January. New Year's resolutions, people.
New Year's resolutions. Oh!
Yeah, we can like get off topic a little bit.
We do whatever the fuck we want to do, really, but let's just keep it with like the, Are you in the stay right there? I think you're in the frame. Yeah, stay right there.
Yeah.
Let me make sure. Yeah, perfect.
Alright, cool.
Make sure I'm in it. Go up there. Make sure I'm in it. Make sure you come right back in this spot.
It's a little blurry. Is that alright? Oh, hold on. It just unblurred.
Did it focus?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you got like so much room.
Yeah?
Yeah, like there's plenty of room to be in this.
Yeah. It focused back, right?
Yeah, it did.
Alright. New Year's resolution. So it's January 3rd. We're gonna talk about New Year's resolutions. We're gonna talk on this topic. Because it's current. It's a current event.
It's current.
Right.
Because that's gonna be our topic.
Right. If we don't talk about it, then we're never gonna talk about it again.
Yeah, we can't just like jump back to it. February 2018.
Oh, we could.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm Dominic Trebelli.
LaRoger Holt.
And this is our second go at doing this kind of podcast deal, and we wanted to focus on, us being two young men, us sharing our wisdom, insights, strategies for success, primarily to, young men in our shoes. So that's what this whole thing's about, right?
This whole thing about, that's it.
Yeah, so last time we talked about confidence, right? We could make like 18 more about confidence itself, but yeah. We're going to talk about New Year's resolutions.
We're going to talk New Year's resolutions.
That's what's going on right now.
And we're going to hop right into it. Dude, listen, all the people I see in the gym, congratulations. I love it. I love what you guys are doing. Don't let anyone tell you that, what you're doing is wrong. It's the right thing to do. If it's your first time coming to the gym, like literally ever in years or whatever, good for you. It's awesome. You're starting something new. You're starting that, that phase on getting better in your health and getting better aesthetically and all that. Dude, good for you. All these people that are bashing people on Instagram, like, look at these, I'm sick of, all these people in the gym, and look at a bunch of, what do they call them, New Year's newbies and shit like that.
Resolutioners.
Yeah, resolutioners. Dude, fuck them. Like, what do you were okay, this whole resolution thing, I hate the whole aspect of it. Because, first of all, it's like, why do you have to start being a better person because it's a new year? I wake up and I'm like, all right, it's a new day. Let's go. Time to be better, LaRoger, than you were yesterday. Every single day I have a resolution. Fuck a New Year's resolution. I have a new day resolution. I think we might call it, that might be the title of this. Like, I call it a new day resolution. I have a fucking, I almost have a new hour resolution, to be honest with you. Like, what is it, like, why would you start a whole new year better? Why not start every day better? It really makes no sense to me. I don't really understand it. Like, it kind of makes me hate New Year's. Because, like, why are you waiting 365 days to be better? Why can't you just be better than you were yesterday?
You're right. I don't agree with the concept of waiting for a certain day to change, as like an excuse. But then, then again, every time the new year comes in, I feel like I have to change. I feel like it's a great incentive to. Not that I'm not doing it already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, on that topic, I think that's a great way to say, like, be consistent.
Yeah.
Goals. You identified a way how you want to change. What's stopping you from being consistent? So,
right.
Like
what? And say you have a New Year's resolution, dude. This has to be consistent. You're only gonna get results if you stay consistent and go to the gym every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, you see them the first week. You see it from January 1st to maybe even 2 weeks. January, 17th. They're in the gym hard, and then after that, you're like, whoa, where did everyone go? And now they're back in their bullshit. And that's it's sad. Like, I love seeing people. I love the new year. I love seeing new people in the gym. It gets me excited. I'm like, dude, these guys are getting better. The other day I was in the gym, I was clapping. I was like, yes. Obviously, people looking like I'm crazy because they always look at me like I'm crazy.
That's why they're leaving.
That's right. That's why they're leaving. But like
I'm going to a different gym.
Like a bunch of fucking lunatics here. But I'm legit looking at them. And I'm like, yo, I'm proud of y'all. I wasn't saying it out loud, but I was, in my head, I'm like, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you because that's awesome. If you're fat or you're whatever you are, don't be insecure. You're getting better. You should be insecure if you're sitting on your couch and you're eating that Twinkie and shit. That's when you should be insecure. Don't be insecure when you're in the gym getting better. That makes no sense. You're trying to become a better person. There's no need to be insecure. Shit, be confident because you're getting better. You're making progress.
Yeah, and and whatever your context might be, we're both two gym goers. That's how we know each other.
Yeah.
And that's a very like popular way to start the new year. That's a popular resolution.
Right.
And in terms of consistency, I think what's hard with that, however, because you have to do something you've never done before, right? I saw Denzel Washington in this commencement speech video, and he said that he says a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
And he said one thing, that if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something you've never achieved before, you have to do something you've never done before, right? So it's when you want to do something new, it's escaping your comfort zone. And when that comfort zone, when you get out of it, it's of course it's uncomfortable. It's something for a lot of people. It makes them want to retreat, and then when they retreat, sometimes they never go back. A lot of people, in fact. So it's a lot of it is overcoming some kind of fear of being different. That could be one thing. But I think another thing is that consistency, that's hard to maintain. And the reason why is because it doesn't reap immediate rewards.
Right.
Yeah, because like the gym, for example, you go to the gym, you say you go for 2 weeks straight, like you're probably not going to see much results at all.
Right.
Because that's 2 weeks.
True,
that's
yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's a tedious 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you're staying committed, if you say you go like 3 to 4 to 5 times a week as a resolution, and you're doing that, like that costs a lot of energy, and it's time consuming. It's a whole new commitment.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, and like if you don't see immediate results, you're gonna say like, what's the point of this?
Right.
How do you stay motivated? How do you stay motivated in a New Year's resolution like that?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's touch on that.
Yeah,
How do you stay motivated?
So what would you say to that? How do you stay motivated? How do you stay in the game?
Dude, I love that. Great question.
Because I think that's the battle with resolutions.
That is.
Yeah.
I love that, bro. I love you for that. Like, I love you, man. Seriously, you're my brother.
Thank you. Likewise.
But listen,
likewise.
that right there, it's like, how do you stay motivated? So, I think that, not even just the gym. How do you stay motivated to achieve your goals? The thing about motivation is that if you really want something, you should not need it. You should not need motivation if you really want it at your core. For example, Dom said this kid in the gym, he would come in and take 2 pre-workout scoops every single day. Every single day. And eventually the kid had a fucking heart attack and almost died. And I said to him, Dom, listen, he didn't enjoy working out. He did not enjoy the process of lifting. Because if you need that much motivation to get you going and started, dude, that's not what you should. That's just not what you love to do. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you should be doing. It's not healthy for you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to do it. Stop forcing
motivation at that point.
Stop forcing it. Stop forcing it.
Especially
So like,
if you're still doing it.
Exactly. If you find yourself
after a heart attack.
Right. If you find yourself having to like really, force yourself, dude, it ain't for you. And the thing about it is like what lifting is making you healthy. If your goals are to be healthier or to be stronger, hey, there are other ways than exercising to be a stronger person. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be bigger. No, it's like, dude, get strong mentally. That's what matters. You don't have to be strong. Like, you don't have to be physically strong. No, it's like, find a way to make yourself, your body in general, stronger other than lifting. If you just don't have the motivation, stop forcing it. That's don't force it. That just creates stress in your body. That creates stress. Don't force it. So it's like, hey man, if you're not motivated after 2 weeks, then honestly just don't go, because that's just something you don't want to do. Find another way. Get better mentally. Get better in any other way, and find out what your goal is and chase it and get better towards your goal. Maybe lifting just isn't your goal. Maybe the gym just isn't your goal. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of life is trial and error.
Trial and error, right.
And you're never going to find what's right or wrong if you don't see, so
exactly. There
you go. But, yeah, I speaking on a personal note, like one of my resolutions, it being January 3rd right now, and I decided to go vegan. And I feel like I can't call myself that because it's only January 3rd. I'm 2 days of it, so I don't want to label myself that way. But I'm trying it out, and I'd say like what's keeping me in the battle, I think what's going to keep me in the battle is like looking at the benefits,
Right.
Looking at the benefits, and also I read this Tony Robbins book called Awaken the Giant Within, at least, part of it. And he says one of like the key milestones in keeping people motivated is by reaching a pain threshold. People are motivated by a certain pain they feel. That's one way they can feel motivated. You know, like you reach a point in your life where something was so painful that you never want to experience that again.
All right, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, so a pain threshold. So you experience something that's so painful that you never want to experience that again. So I'm thinking of some of the examples that he gave, but for like one example, because you know Tony Robbins, very well known, you know, coaching consultant, that kind of thing with like self mastery. He said that in one of the small examples, he said that there was a guy that he coached that was absolutely addicted to sugar, absolutely addicted, and he told the guy that for the next 3 days, all he could eat was chocolate bars, and he could only drink like a very little amount of water each day. And what happened was that guy was in so much pain from going through 3 days of just chocolate, of just, you know, just eating chocolate, and because there's so much sugar in chocolate, and just how dehydrating it was, and how he was just not able to drink as much water as he wanted because of the limit he was given.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he never wanted to touch sugar, chocolate again. You know, and that's just a small example, but think about like think about that. Like what's something that you want to change about yourself that maybe was painful to you, and you just keep looking at that as I never want to experience that again. So that's one way I've seen people motivated. You know, it doesn't have to be a painful experience, but
right.
Yeah,
that's a great
pain threshold. That's what he called it.
I'm just thinking about that near-death experience. You know, when you get close to death, like you literally are like, it's the same concept. It's like, damn, I'm about to die, and like, and you get through it, and like you see the other side kind of, like you see the other side of things. You're like, holy shit, like okay, like I see what I want to do now. Like you're like, I see it. Like now that like I have like, you know, I have everything to live for. It's like, dude, I might as well just do whatever the fuck I want to do, kind of thing. It's like with that, like the pain threshold, that's a great concept, because it's like, it's not a motivation. It's honestly, it's more than you now. It's like, it's more. The motivation it's more. You actually have like a purpose on why you're doing it.
And it's permanent after that.
Right, and it's permanent. Like you, dude, for example, it's this Ray Lewis thing. He talks about, you know, he got a deck of cards, and you know, he asked his mom for a deck of cards, and she said, you know, it's not gonna be no gambling in my house. But she eventually got a deck of cards, and he said his stepdad would beat his mom every fucking day. And he said, you know, he wasn't strong enough. He was a little kid. He was 10 years old. He wasn't strong enough to get these men off his mom. So he got his deck of cards, and he flipped every card, flipped it, did 6 push-ups, 8 push-ups. Aces were 11, and face cards were 10. So he flipped king, 10 push-ups, queen, 10 push-ups, till he got to the end of the deck. And eventually, he did that every single day. And eventually, he got strong enough to get those men off his mom. And honestly, man, I was in the gym today, and I was listening to that. And for me, why I started lifting, you know, was when I was a kid, you know, my dad, like he used to beat us, and beat me and my brother and shit. Like, I don't know, the beatings never like affected me too much, you know, but like my brother, you know, it used to affect him, man. He used to like really, used to hurt him, dude. He used to run around, like, you know, like cry, and just like, you know, till we got like teenagers, and I used to sit in my room and just like, I would cry, bro. I would cry because my brother was hurting. When he was hurting, I was hurting. You know what I'm saying? And I started lifting because I said, I'm never gonna let him do this again. Like, I was like, I'm never gonna let him beat me. I'm not gonna let him beat my brother. I'm not gonna let him beat my dog. Even beat my dog and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not gonna let him do that again. If he does it again, I'm gonna be able to fight him off so he doesn't do it again. Because I couldn't take that pain no more.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't take that pain threshold. I couldn't take it. No, I couldn't sit in my room no more and just think like what's going on, you know, and just think like, I want to stop it, but I couldn't. So you know what I did? I said, I'm gonna do something about this. I went in my basement. I had a you know, a bench set, and I just benched every day. I did push-ups every day, and I got strong. And one day he tried to beat me. He was beating my dog actually. And I went downstairs and I said, you're not gonna beat him no more. He said, what? I said, you're not gonna beat him no more. And I stood up to him. You know, my dad's a strong guy, and I stood up to him, you know, strong, because I was now an equal. I said, okay, well, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Let's go. You know, if we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight. But you're not gonna beat me no more. You don't beat my brother no more. You're not gonna beat my dog no more. You know what? So what's it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? So me and him started tussling, got into it, and after that, you know, no one ever got beat again. And for me, that was my pain threshold, man. That was it for me. You know, and like, and that right there is why I started lifting. And eventually I started seeing results, obviously, because of it. And I started to, feel, after I got out of that, phase, me and my dad are good now, but like, like that phase, it was a dark phase for me, but that pain threshold, I came to, and I came out and I looked at myself and I was like, damn, lifting really made me confident. It made me, I look good and stuff like that. Obviously, the benefits. But what motivated me, going back to motivation, was that, was getting to that means to an end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, no, this, I can't take this no more. Getting to that, like that guy, he's about to die from eating chocolate. It's like, what is it going to take for you? What is it going to take? How fucked up is your body going to get? How much are you going to suffer until you realize that, you need to get off your ass and start working? How long is it going to be until you get there? What is it going to take? That pain threshold, man. That's a brilliant concept. What is it going to take for you to really get off your ass and start doing what you should be doing? Like, what is it going to take? For me, for some people, for Ray Lewis and, me, it was extreme. It was extreme, but it doesn't have to be that extreme. It doesn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? But you got to find that motivation. And like I think it's deeper than just, saying, oh, I'm going to do this. No, it's deeper than that. That pain that I like, because that, you feel it. You're like, I don't want to feel this no more. It's like if you're working at a job and the job sucks. And you're there and you're like, man, everyone says they hate their job. Everyone says they hate their job. But when you get to that point of like, listen, no, I can't do this anymore. Like, it's like when I was working in New York City, like it was stressing me out. I actually couldn't do it anymore. It was affecting my health. Like I was getting sick and like stressing out and having anxiety and, tension headaches and shit. And I was like, my body is telling me, listen, I'm going to put you in pain until you get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like my body legit said, listen, I'm going to torture you until you get the fuck out of it.
Oh, man.
And it tortured me until I got the fuck out. And I guess I got out and I feel better than I ever have. So, yeah, man, you got to find that motivation. And you really got to dig deep, And if you don't dig deep, that higher power or whatever you believe in, that's just gonna dig deep for you. And you don't want God or whatever. You don't want them to get involved. When they get involved, shit gets real. Shit gets real, man. Seriously.
That was deep what you all just shared. Yeah. And I like that too, because I think you identified something that could be another aspect of what can keep you motivated. Like how you got stronger, but you did it for your brother. You did it for your dog.
Right. You gotta find that.
Yeah.
Right.
Doing something for someone else.
For someone else, yeah.
That could be big too. Of course you should do things for you. Yeah. And that's what you did.
Like you said the thing about your mom. I mean, she used to say your cousin's good at soccer.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Touch on that.
Yeah, that's how I got into soccer. Yeah. I was a big soccer player. I still a diehard fan.
All right.
Yeah, and I got into it because my mom said one day when the World Cup was playing, she pointed at David Beckham and said, "That's your cousin's favorite player." And I was like, I don't know. There was something about that was just like.
Right. It wasn't about you.
Yeah. It was almost like a rivalry thing too.
Right. Right.
Because it's like, oh, my cousin's deep into this because like, all my cousins, my sibling, they were playing soccer. Like everyone in my family was into soccer, and like, I never cared that much about it when I was a kid. And then it was just like, oh, they're deep into this. Like they know who like pros are. Like I don't want soccer, but they do. Like they're getting better. And there's just something about that. It was like, I gotta catch up. I think like that competition or something, like a good rivalry. Having like those people around you.
Continue.
Having those people around you that will keep you motivated.
Yeah.
I think that's a big resource.
Right.
It's a big resource.
Huge. It might be everything. To be honest, it's not. It's not about you. It's like. It's that, everyone says, like, oh, they said I couldn't do it, so that's why I did it. But that it's more than you, really, because, listen, you're just one person, you only have a certain amount of motivation you can give yourself, but it comes to those outside sources, when someone says, like, think about when someone says you can't do something, you're like, oh, I can't, you think I can't?
Like, let me prove you
wrong. When you got that in you, that fire, oh my God, and that's with anybody, if any of you were like, someone says to you, you can't do that, you can't achieve that goal, you're like, wait, what did you just say to me? And you fucking get pissed off and you go get it.
Yeah.
At all means.
It fires me up.
It fires everyone up,
bro. Up right now. Like that flame is just growing.
Right. Like you, Adam, you will not do this. You will not be a teacher. You will not be a professor. You will not. You're like, oh wait, you said I can't?
So even when you look down on yourself, even when you start doubting yourself, you're like, shit, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. But you're like, wait, hold up. That motherfucker, he just, my cousin or my friend, he said I couldn't do it. Wait, no.
You're deciding to not get there. You're deciding to not take the steps to get there.
Yeah.
So that's something that motivates me. It's just the idea that everything that you live is your decision.
Yeah.
The life that you live is your decision. You decide everything. It's your responsibility. That's what motivates me personally. That's the mindset I've adopted. Mindset is huge.
Everything.
But once again, like, just creating a mindset for yourself and how you think about things. That's how you can really manipulate, I'd say the word manipulate. That's how you can manipulate, your actions to be ones that are in your favor, ones that you feel good about. Because a lot of people view like resolutions as work, work that they don't want to do.
Right.
It's what the common resolution is like.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get healthier. I'm gonna get in shape. But like, of course, a lot of people are viewing that as like, oh, I gotta go work out. This is gonna suck. I'm gonna be in pain. Like it's tedious.
All the bad
it's
parts.
work.
Yeah.
But you're not thinking like, oh, I'm gonna feel really good. You're not looking at like what you're gonna become. You're just thinking about like how it's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
So like just shifting your thoughts, just changing your mindset so it's one that will keep you going, one that will actually like energize you.
Yeah.
That's key too.
Yeah.
Is changing your mindset. I think that's what can really keep your motivation consistent.
And I like what you said about that. It's up to you. Talk about that shit more. I fuck with that. Like that right there.
Yeah.
That is everything. Like you tell him, bro. Tell him. I'm listening. I'm listening. Like, I'm listening.
That's like a slap in the face. That concept, right?
That shit's that's a fucking right hook right in the mouth.
And it's 150% true.
Yeah.
And if you're not living that way,
yeah,
then you need to start.
Yeah.
But that's just a slap in the face. Understanding that the way you're living your life is completely your decision. It's totally your decision. It's no one else's. Don't let anybody decide that for you. You are living your own life. But realizing that, like I said, it's exciting and terrifying.
That's very true.
Like if you're not happy with your life, it's on you. It's a lot of pressure.
Right, it's a lot of pressure because you say like, damn, I want to be a singer, but you're like, oh wait, fuck, hold up, what is it like? Like a singer, wait, that's too much work. But listen, you got no choice. That's who you are. You have it. You're right. It's actually kind of terrifying, but it is the greatest triumph once you get there. There's no greater victory. I think there's no greater victory than living your dreams.
Yeah, and like I haven't done that yet.
I haven't done it yet,
but I know it's gonna be awesome.
That's so true, man.
One of my favorite quotes by Thomas Edison is that if we actually, I'm not gonna say it word for word, but he says something along the lines of like, if we did what we're actually capable of, we would astound ourselves. We would amaze and just blow our own minds. If we just reached for it. If we did what we actually wanted to do.
This world would be a human utopia. It would be a utopia if everyone did what they are supposed to do, what they want to do from their heart, dude.
But it's that risk that stops us. It's leaving the comfort zone.
But when you think about it, there's no risk because it's who you are.
Yeah, elaborate.
Man. It's no risk because if you're not doing that, then you're living a false life. You're not living your life if you're not doing what you want to do, right? I don't try to get all woo-woo or deep or, make some prolific quote, but if you're not living your dream and you want to, what's the what are you here for? When people say, "Hey, bro, man, I wish you luck on that influencer thing, man. I hope you can be an influencer. I really hope you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, and model and all this shit." I'm like, well, man, listen. I want to live my life to the fullest. I want to inspire others to do that. That's my dream. So it's like, if I'm not doing that, then why am I here? Think about that, bro. Why are you here? What's your dream, bro? What's your dream?
My dream?
Yeah.
I'd say I don't entirely know that yet.
Okay.
I think I had an idea of what it looked like, but I gotta do some soul searching. But I would say, because I'm in the field of higher education, student affairs, working in colleges and universities, I loved teaching leadership courses, helping people understand themselves,
Right.
look deep inside themselves and what they're good at, their strengths, their natural talents, and then, coaching, teaching how people can bring that out of them. And like, I would say I'd love to run like an academic program like that one day. I'd like to be the director for an academic program. Create curriculum, teach,
Right.
something like
a
that.
thought leader kind of thing.
Yeah, I love being creative and sharing thoughts and mindsets, and being in that kind of setting, university, college setting. I love that environment because it's just like aspiring minds. But that could very much change.
So that's your dream. If you're not doing that, then what really are you doing? If you're not striving to do it, because obviously you can't just do it. But if you're not striving and working towards that, then what are you actually doing?
Procrastinating. Either that
Like-
in addition to just being afraid to do it.
And what are you doing when you're afraid? What are you watching Netflix? What are you going out with this guy, this girl? Like, what are you doing? Like really, it makes no sense. As the great Kanye said, I'm here to live my dream, and you should be here to live your dream. Literally, what else is there? Like, it's a very simple concept to me.
It is.
What else is there, man? If we're not trying to reach our bliss, 'cause that's what it is. When you reach your dream, it's pure bliss. Even before that, just living is pure bliss. But to reach that, because I think the whole dream thing, I think like to live in the moment and to be present in the moment, just to be in life, that is the gift, that is the dream at the end of the day for everyone. Just to be living is the dream, for everybody. But we all strive to be something, bigger than ourselves. We all strive to be like, that I don't know, like that thing that's gonna, like, I guess not set us apart from everyone, but like just that thing that's gonna make us great in a way. That like we can like look at ourselves like, damn, like I am doing something phenomenal. Like I'm not, cause like we're good where we're at, but it's like what is that thing that you're gonna do? What's gonna make you phenomenal? Because if you're not reaching for greatness, like for whatever you're doing, then like why are you even like participating? You know what I mean? You might as well just be a monk, or just on a mountain, just like just pure bliss. Fuck it, you're not reaching for nothing, just chill. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But like, for example, I want to be. See, the thing about me is like, I want to be an influencer, and I want to, basically, travel the world, document it, get paid from companies and brands, to, advertise for them and stuff, and get sponsored by like maybe a supplement company and stuff, like sponsored by a bunch of people, and model on the side and shit like that. And I want to do all this simply because I want to experience as much as life as I possibly can. I want to live life to my absolute fullest. I want to create the best La Rocher. I want to go to as many places as I can. I want to experience as many people as I can. I want to grow my mind, as much as I can. I want to be as present to the moment as I possibly can. I just want to just be to the full, just be to the fullest. If that makes sense. Like I literally just want to experience the best that life has to offer. And like that's me striving. That's just me striving, because I look at it as that, like, if I'm not striving, then like, what the fuck, what are we doing here if we're not striving for anything greater?
That makes me think a lot, man. But that's true, It's like why hide from who we want to be, who we are, as you say, who we actually are,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, should we sum it up?
Yeah, sum it up. I just say, stop resisting, man. Stop resisting. Just be who you're gonna be, and strive to get better at that every day. All right, we got 5 minutes.
All right. Yeah. So, wrapping up, because I feel like that's a good spot.
Yeah.
In terms of New Year's resolutions, however you want to change yourself, don't. And how you mentioned right at the beginning, don't always just look for New Year's as the one time of the year where you should look to change yourself, but every day. And New Year's is, of course, a great incentive. But some of the ways that you can maintain that goal, because that's the battle. That's the battle, is just staying in the game, being consistent, and not giving up. And some of the ways that we address are just identifying what motivates you. Whether it's for someone else, keeping at your goal for someone else, because you are tired of being the way that you were. It was so painful that you don't want to live that painful experience anymore, that painful being of who you used to be. And what were some of the other ways? We talked about mindset, changing your mindset.
Yeah.
Understanding that
It's up to you.
It's up to you, right?
Yeah,
You're responsible for your life.
Mm-hmm.
You decide everything. You decide the way you live.
That's it.
Adopting a mindset like that, or any mindset that's in your favor, that suits you, that works for you, that can keep you in the game. That keep you consistent.
Yeah, it's self-awareness. It comes down to self-awareness. Like, be aware of yourself. What do you want to do? It's up to you. It's simple. What do you want to do, man? It's up to, what do you want to do? That New Year's resolution should honestly be becoming self-aware. Figuring out who the fuck you are. Once you do that, like Dom said, it's up to you to get there.
Yeah.
It might not be the gym. It might be something else. What do you have to do to get there? You might want to be a songwriter or a rapper or whatever. What do you have to do to become that? What do you have to do? And if you do it, you'll get there. If you don't do it, then you just won't get there. This isn't rocket science, guys. This ain't. I do this shit. In order for me to live my life and live my dream and be an influencer, I have to make these videos. I love doing it. Like, I love doing it. That's why I do it. But it's like, I'm putting in the work. I have to. I'm doing what I have to do to get to where I want to be. It's that simple. There's not. It's. Andy Frisella says this: A plus B equals C. What do you want to do? How do you get there? Equals then you get there. This isn't no rocket science, man. It just comes down to work.
It does, yeah. Can't be lazy.
It just comes down to work, man.
Yeah. It's like how I said, it's like if you want to be someone else and you're not there yet, that's on you. That's on you. If you're not at least getting closer, that's on you. You gotta put in the work.
Ain't on nobody else.
You gotta take the steps to get there.
So listen, guys, we're gonna sum this up. Shoot us some topics if you want us to talk about next time. But this is Roger Holt. This is Dom Trebelli. Sorry, getting back to you guys. So until next time.
So thanks for tuning in. It's our second podcast. Hope to have many more. We're out. Maxwell, aka the man, personal growth guru, one of my favorite quotes. He says, "The greatest day in your life and mine is when we take total responsibility for our attitudes. That is the day we truly grow up." I'm ready to feel like an adult.